Good evening. I'm Dr. William Dittman Jr. This is my father, Dr. William Dittman Sr., and my wife, Eileen. We would like to welcome you to our 34th annual Epicurean Delight in support of the Inland Northwest Blood Center and Blood Center Foundation. As longtime supporters and current board members of both the IMBC and Blood Center Foundation boards, my family and I are privileged to be here tonight as the honorary chair for this year's event. Whether you give blood, give time, or give funds, your support of IMBC and the Blood Center Foundation is literally saving lives. At any given moment, you or someone you know could suddenly be in critical need of blood, and the question will arise, is there enough blood available to save you or your loved one's life? Tonight, it is my honor to share with you an amazing family who have persevered after their lives were literally flipped upside down in the blink of an eye.
Our story begins on November 23rd. My husband and I were in Tri-Cities with friends and family having dinner. Just a normal evening, and we were driving home. It was pretty late.
We were I'd say about a mile from the exit that we were going to take, and a drunk driver got on the wrong way of the freeway and hit us head on.
Victor was unconscious. I was in the car, trying to get him to wake up, to respond back to me. There was so much blood. We were upside down.
And my phone started ringing, so I went and picked it up thinking they were going to be like, hey, we need you to open the garage or unlock the front door or something like that. But it was just my mom screaming and crying. It's the worst I've ever heard her in my life. I'll never forget it. She was just screaming, and she just said, we got in a really bad wreck. And I was like, Mom, it's okay, like, I'm sure it's not that bad. And she's like, no, like, we're upside down in the car. I think your dad's dead. Once she said that, like, it was just like instant shock. I had no idea what to, like, my instant thought was just get my brothers. I wasn't going to tell them the extent of what had happened. I just told them, hey, there's been a wreck. So I got them, and we just went straight to the hospital as fast as we could. As
we got to Kootenai Medical Center, my kids arrived shortly after. From what my wife says, we were talking, they were talking to me, I was talking back with them, having a conversation, which I don't remember.
He said, hey, it's going to be okay, just make sure to take care of your mom and your brothers. I remember my grandpa waking me up and saying, hey, you need to get your brothers and get them ready because your dad's going to die today, because the doctor called them and said, it's not looking good, you need to get those kids over here to tell their dad goodbye. And at that point, they were telling us just how much blood, and I saw in the room, and there were just bottles everywhere, just blood. They were pumping blood into them, and it was going in, and then just coming right out the wound, and they were just, it wasn't looking very good. Your dad's really your best friend, and it all happened so quick, and I was just in shock. I had no idea what to do, and I just honestly broke down for a solid 20 minutes. And then I was like, you know what, just get yourself together, get your brothers. I can't see you like this. Because I knew if they saw me like that they'd just lose hope. I didn't want that to happen, so somehow I just pulled myself together. I talked to my brothers, got them, went straight to the hospital, and we just waited, just hoped that something good would happen.
As I read in my journal that I kept while Victor was in the ICU, I read through some of the things that I wrote, and I wrote over and over, I don't know what I would be able to do without my husband, without Victor.
I never once saw her leave his bedside. She was there every single moment, every single thing, and if she had to get out of the room, she would stand there right at the window and watch.
Just seeing him helpless, lying in that bed, and nothing that we could do to save him, it's just something I would never wish upon anybody.
There was an intensivist there that came up with this grand idea, some type of a cocktail to actually start clotting the blood, which actually within about an hour the blood started clotting, and they were able to control it. I went from the point of critical to stable within an hour. I mean, 1 hour they thought I was going to be dead, and the next hour I'm critical but stable. I'm going to live at that point. So I mean, everything kind of turned around, which was great, which is a miracle. I mean, not just the doctors and the work that they did and the time they put in and not giving up was one thing, but just all of the support from friends and family.
Obviously, during the week of the wreck, I got as many people possible to go donate.
Anybody that walked through the doors at Sacred Heart that was there to see us, he would take to Inland Northwest Blood Center to donate blood.
You never know who's going to need blood that you care about, so just get in and give blood.
But seeing my family, after realizing what I had been through and the trauma that I had been through, seeing my family was the best thing ever. I mean, they're my life.
I will forever be in debt to the doctors and to the people that never gave up on him, and to the donors that gave blood to help save his life. That saved his life.
Inland Northwest Blood Center is #1 in my book, and you guys all need to take your part, whether donating financially, donating time-wise, or donating blood. There's always a way to help out and provide and support your community and your loved ones.
You don't know what's going to happen to you or your family or your friends, and I hope you never have to go through anything like I've been through, but if you do, it makes you appreciate everything so much more, and you realize the importance of giving blood, because without all that blood that was given, I wouldn't have a dad, and it's insane.